If no one's told you, I'm going to tell you. If your ideal client cannot, within 3 seconds of hearing your content, your video, your audio, know that you are directly speaking to them, their high value problem, you've already lost. Community is the new brand. People are looking to have community with those that they can not only connect with and relate with, but identify with. So you have to make sure in your messaging you are including facets of that identity. If you are speaking to nurses, be more specific. Are you speaking to NICU nurses? Are you speaking to pediatric nurses? Are you speaking to traveling nurses? If you are speaking to professional women, if they are in a certain niche, then speak to that. It doesn't mean that that's the only time you ever speak to them or you're only ever speaking to them, but whoever you are speaking to in that moment, you need to call them out and make them feel seen, heard, and acknowledged. If a trust deficit truly exists, and I believe that it does, then it's more important than ever to make sure that your messaging is not all about you. When your messaging is all about you and you keep using the word I, me, you're feeding that trust deficit. So if you want to close the gap with that trust deficit, the best thing to do is to speak to that ideal client like you know them and you've been following them around all day. They should feel like when you're in church and the pastor says something and you think your mom or your grandma been telling him all your business, but in fact they have not. The short of it is, if your client doesn't feel like they identify with you, they're going to go with the person that they do feel like they identify with. So this speaking to everyone, this everyone is my client, anyone who has tech, anyone who has skin, while it never was the play, more than ever now, it's definitely not the play. You have to get more specific in your messaging because your ideal client is bombarded with messages all day long. And the number one way to get their attention is for them to identify with you. If you fail to do that, you're going to fail to get them as a client. And I don't know if you can afford to do that right now. Most people can't. And I just thought of something. It's not just that they identify with you and you identify with them. They need to know that you not only identify with, but you understand their high value problem and that you have the solution to it. If you can't speak to that from a way that is tailored and customized and feels personalized to them, meaning again, feeling like you've been following them around all day and you know their problem, they're not going to buy from you. You've got to get very, very specific in the transformation that you provide, as well as the before state. You have to be very specific in the before and the after. A lot of you spend too much time on the how, when what you really need to be focusing your messaging on is where were they before and where will they be after your service, your product transforms their life. That is part of the identity that you need to be able to speak to. And if you fail to do that, you pretty much don't get it. You lose your shot, right? If you're going to shoot your shot, shoot it with identity and you will win.